Hello YouTube, what is up? It is Jackintosh7 and today I'm going to be talking about the iPad mini's rumored designs and specs. I'm also going to be talking about some other things about really this video is going to be all about the iPad mini, which hasn't been announced by Apple yet. So first off, you probably heard about the iPad mini. You probably heard about it on the news. It was on the news a couple of days ago. Frankly, for me, I knew about it since May. If you like to follow Apple and stuff, like this, I really think Apple. A lot of people who are into Apple, like know a lot about the company or just like Apple products, thought that this would be a good choice for Apple, because of the Amazon Kindle Fire and the Google Nexus 7. That way Apple has some competition. They have a 7-inch tablet out there, besides just a 10.1-inch tablet, which is a really big tablet. If you're like a kid, like I've held it feels pretty comfortable. But now that there's rumored that there's a smaller one coming out, it's gonna be a lot nicer. So is it really rumored? Not really. We don't know for sure, but we know a lot more than we did, I would say, back in June or May. So first off, I know this because Case Company's been manufacturing cases for it already. So yeah. And it's been like there's been a jump in rumors, so more people have been talking about it just like all of a sudden. And right now it was supposed to be announced yesterday, supposedly. That's what everyone's saying, but it wasn't. It's released yesterday, October 11th. So it might have been released today. It wasn't. So we're thinking October 23rd now. I don't know where they got that date from. So go to 9to5mac.com, which deals with a lot of Mac rumors. I think macrumors.com. Yeah, go to those websites and check it out. So first off, the design. So as you can see, the design that looks like Apple is going to be going for is for like a rectangular shape. Like I really think Apple likes rectangles now. As you can see, this is the third time they've implemented a rectangular shape in the iPhone, and now they've also switched it over to the iPod Touch. So Apple really does like rectangles. So maybe I think that there is going to be some sort of rectangular shape to it. Not like a rounded bezel shape, as you can see in the picture to the top left, I believe. You see how it's kind of rounded. So yeah, we actually might have a shape similar to the iPad, like a rounded shape, a rounded body, but we don't know for sure. Right now I'm putting my money on a rectangular shape, but at the same time I really don't think Apple would change the shape of the iPad, just like, because then it's like, well, if you want the iPad mini, it's square, but the iPad 3, the regular iPad, is rounded. So I don't know what they're really going to be doing with that. I really think rectangular is where the shape is there. What they're going to be doing is because they've been going with the rectangular design for a lot of their devices lately. So a lightning connector. As you can see on the left picture on the bottom, a lightning connector. It would be stupid for Apple to put in a 30-pin dock connector. So it's definitely going to be a lightning connector, and the speakers are probably going to be on the bottom. So it's probably going to be a lightning connector for, because why would they want to, just use a 30-pin still? So also, I don't think I have anything else here, but the size, I believe, is going to be 7.5 inches. That's rumored. But I would say the size would probably be about 7.5 inches. As I don't know how big the Google Nexus 7 is, but I would say it's going to be about 7.5 inches. Now, I've heard that there isn't going to be a Retina display with this, and I think there actually is, but at the same time I don't. The first generation iPad didn't have a Retina display. The second generation really didn't have. It had a good screen, but not a really, really good screen. So I really don't know what Apple's going to be doing with this one. They might just throw this out here to see how it does, and see the price is gonna contribute to a lot of this, to see how many they sell. So I'm gonna be talking about price in a little while, because price is a big one. So that's really it for design. The specs. Expect specs similar to the iPhone 5, mostly to the iPhone 5 with the A6 processor, and the iPad 3. As you can see, I don't know what this is right here. On the right, I think that's an iPad. I think that's the first iPad. I'm not positive. I'll correct myself. Correct me, or I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. But that is either the first or the second iPad. Because I believe the iPad 3 has a new chip, I believe. I'm gonna double check on that for you. So the RAM, expect about 1 GB of RAM, because that's what the iPhone 5 has. So anything spec-wise in the iPhone 5 and stuff in the iPad 3, expect in the Mac, not the Mac Mini, the iPad Mini. So what else is there gonna be? Let me think here. Also, there's been talk that it's not going to be, it's going to be only Wi-Fi compatible, no 3G, no 4G, no 4G LTE, none of that. It might just be Wi-Fi. So I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know about that for sure. So that's just something you might want to think about if you want to, but this is just for now, you know what I mean? Like, it's still rumored, so. I would think, in my opinion, it would be kind of stupid for them not to do that, but not to put 4G or 3G in this. I think it would be kind of stupid. So what else is there? So yeah, so really just expect similar specs to the iPhone 5 and the iPad 3. With GPS, all the internal stuff. There'll be a couple modifications. Now I'm going to talk about the price. Now the price is the thing that really is just big. If the price isn't just right, all the sales will just be terrible. So in my opinion, I expect a price of this device to be between $350 to $450. That sounds ridiculous, I know. But when you put it this way, I'm going to explain it to you. Apple sells the iPod 4th generation for $200 still, alright? They still sell for $200, okay? Now, Apple sells their new iPod Touch for $300, okay? Apple sells their iPad, the basic iPad, for $500. So they're not going to be selling this for $300, alright? So $350 probably isn't even realistic, because if someone buying an iPod Touch is probably going to be like, well, I can spend $50 more and just get the bigger screen. That would totally take away from iPod sales. Now, Apple's getting more money, but I really don't see how they can sell it for under $200 or $200 to compete with the Google Nexus 7 or the Kindle Fire. Now, if the specs and everything might even be better, but the price is not going to be good at all, you know what I mean? It's going to be $150 more than what the Kindle Fire is, which is kind of ridiculous. I really think, you can either get something with a big screen, like you can either get a tablet or an iPod. What would you rather get for the same price? You know what I mean? I really think it was stupid of Apple to sell their iPod Touch for $300. Meanwhile, it has the same specs as an iPod 5, even better. The iPhone 5 has better specs, and you can get that for $100, $200. I mean, with the contract, which is really, really dumb. In my opinion, if anything, they should have sold it for $350. That's a huge mistake by Apple. I'm hoping that they're gonna drop the price, because for me, I wouldn't buy it. Who would buy it? That's ridiculous. So yeah, expect the price between $450 down to $350, probably $400, I would say. But still, $100 less than the iPad and $100 more than the iPod Touch. So it's still, I don't really know what Apple's gonna be doing, if they're gonna drop all their prices of their iPods. Like, if I don't know if they're gonna remarket everything, like change the prices of everything, like the iPod Touch, the original. Frankly, I think it should be $150 to $170, $150 or so. Either that, get rid of it completely and just sell the iPod Touch, the newer one, for $200, and get rid of the 4th generation, just sell the 5th generation for $200, and then just sell the iPad mini for $300. That would be amazing. I would totally buy that. No one's gonna, I don't really think a lot of people are gonna be buying this. I think a lot of people are gonna be buying this just to try it, but I don't think a lot of people are gonna be thinking that it's a good buy, if you know what I mean by that. So that's gonna be really it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. I'll keep you updated with iPad news and some other Apple news. It's kind of quiet this time. Well, kind of quiet after the iPhone 5 is released. But we might have this is really going to be the big thing until Christmas. So that's why they're also going to be throwing this out for Christmas. They want to get it right out before the holiday season. So if we don't see it in October, we could see it all the way up to December, you know what I mean? And if it's not out by December, then maybe they didn't want it to get out by the holiday season. So they actually could be putting it out in January, or I think March is when the iPad was originally announced, so they might actually do both of them there, which I really don't think. I think they're going to be doing it before the holiday season. That way they have every 12-year-old, 10-year-old, every kid wanting, oh, I want an iPad mini, Mom, the price drops. You know what I mean? Like that. So that's really it for this video. So rate, comment, and subscribe, and thanks for watching, guys.